So I do want to show you guys all of my WIPs today, but part of the problem is I have given the bin to my cat. This is somehow his favorite place to sleep. It doesn't really matter that I've given him multiple beds or blankets or a lovely place to live. He chooses this plastic bin full of all my unfinished projects. So I either have to wait for him to finish napping to show you guys or kick him off. What you guys don't know, but you will soon find out, is that I have a serious problem. I love to start a project, but I absolutely never finish them. So there are projects in here probably that go back to when I first started crocheting. I'm so bad about, I reach one minor inconvenience and I like give up. I also hate sewing. So the last time I counted, which I posted a video on my TikTok about it, I had 100 WIPs, and I don't know if I have more or less right now. I've tried to work through them. Last time I counted, I worked through about 30 of them. But I think I might have started 30 more. So hopefully I can hold myself accountable, and I'm gonna use this to help me out. You've got to be kidding me. I forgot an entire bin. This is where most of them are. There's a bunch of them. I don't know how I forgot. We'll start here. You've got to be joking. This is actually organized. So in here, I have some chenille mushroom tops that I started before we even moved into this house. So that would have been 2023. And I have this whole bin. And then the start of a bunch of dice bags and cotton. And whenever I'm bored or like going somewhere, I'll just throw some cotton in my bag and that's what I'll do. The problem is I don't ever want to bring scissors or a sewing needle. So they just pile up. So we'll count. Let's see. $11. By the way. 25, 35, 33, 34, 35. With dice bags. I don't know if I should even count these. I might need to make a pile of stuff that I think I'm not gonna finish. I was actually gonna make these for myself, which maybe I should go ahead and do it. I never keep anything for myself. These were gonna be those things where you put your chapstick in it and you put it in your bag and then it's a little mushroom slider. I don't know if I should try, but I just gave up. But should I count them? Sure. No, maybe. I'll set them aside and count them at the end. Okay, what are we at? 35, okay. 46. So the reason that I have so many of these specifically is just because when I was doing markets last time, I couldn't keep these in stock, and then I decided to get a job and stopped crocheting when I got a job. And now I don't have a job anymore, and I have all of these. I'm starting markets back up this season, so hopefully people still like these 2 years later, but we'll see. 55. 64. We're at 64 total. So hopefully I can just, every time I have a market, grab a few of these, do the spots, finish the body, and just zoom right through these. I'm hoping that having all of this backlog is actually gonna help me out somehow, but we'll see. Now it's time to go through my big ugly bin. that's where it gets crazy. I don't love this bin. Part of almost everything actually that I have, I got from someone else. So I've never bought my own bins for stuff. I get a lot of my yarn on Facebook Marketplace or thrifted, and people will just give me the yarn in these bins. So I have about 6 or 7 of them, and I've never had to buy my own. I used to bring that stuff. I used to bring my stuff to markets in the bins. But luckily, this is awesome. I was watching someone else's YouTube video and they said that they bring their stuff to markets in those like moving bins. Someone last year, at the beginning of last year, gave me a bunch of yarn in moving bins. So that's awesome. But I'll show you what's in here. That's the inside. It's not completely full, but it's pretty full. We'll start. Okay. I think we're at 64. This will be 65. I love this yarn and I kind of want to keep this hat for myself because I think it's so cute, but I can't decide if I want to add bear ears or not, and that's part of the problem. I just love how it worked up, but also like, this is in case I want to add the bear ears. I made another one with bunny ears that I'm gonna sell, but like, is this not the cutest thing ever? It's adorable. But again, I feel really bad keeping stuff for myself. I don't know. Sound off in the comments. Should I keep the hat for myself? Hat number 65. Okay. Oh, I forgot some of the stuff in here is really embarrassing and I don't know if I can show. One of my friends last August said he would pay me to make a gag gift for his friend's birthday, and I don't like when my friends pay me for stuff. I'm fine with selling my stuff to other people, but something about it, I just don't like that. I don't know if it's that I don't like them giving me money, or it just feels strange. And I'm gonna cover this up a little bit because it's a little inappropriate. Hello. He asked me to make him a minion, and I haven't finished the legs or the clothes. This was supposed to be a gag gift. This is 66. I can't show it all the way, and it's also very embarrassing. I was in public making this, so 66. This is what I was making the overalls with. I think, yeah. I should finish it to him and send it to him for his birthday, but at that point that will have been a whole year and I feel kind of bad. This is 67. I ran out of this yarn. I had 2 rows left. If anybody has any, I'll pay a pretty penny for it, but it was like I think it was a Karen cake that I got, and I used some of it to make a hat, and this bag ended up being bigger than I thought, so I still needed 2 edges. It was a Japanese knot bag, and then 2 rows. I could have cut 2 rows off this way, but I didn't want to learn how to steek things. I don't know if it's still steeking when it's crochet. And then I also wasn't sure if that 2 rows still would have been enough to go all the way around. So I'm either going to completely undo it and make something else, or try to find this yarn, but I've been looking for like 3 months and haven't been able to find it anywhere. 67. Oh, 68. This is a loaf cap that I started and never finished. Ooh, I really want to finish this. This is, it's a Nessie pattern. It was free on Ravelry. This is number 69. I have 2 of the legs done. It's in that, I don't know what brand it is. I got a bunch of it, again, from a random woman off of the internet. I never would have purchased it myself. But it's like the tubular yarn, and it's really small, almost t-shirty. I just have the back legs to do. I put some wire in its neck. Let's see. Oh, 70. This is a jelly bean frog I didn't finish. This is a pattern that I made up out of my nog. It is not that complicated. But I love leggy frogs, and it's kind of like that. I just wanted something more throwable. So number 70, jelly bean frog. I'll post a pattern actually to these on my Instagram. I've been working on it on Canva. I just wanted to get a couple more colors done to take photos of before I release the pattern. Also haven't had it tested, so if you want to pattern test, let me know. Oh, 80, no, 71. Crap. Another unfinished loaf cat. This actually looks like my old cat. That's why I was doing it. I really like this tweed Bernat yarn, but it made me sad because we don't have that cat anymore. She passed away, but it looks kind of like her. I think, yeah, 71. I'm spacey. Ooh. Honestly, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm having fun reliving all of these, and maybe sitting here talking about it with you guys is making me want to finish. 72. Ooh, yeah. Oh, a minion leg. There's a minion leg. 72. We have a goblin guy. I make a bunch of these. I bought one at the Nashville Ren Fair before I even knew how to crochet, and I love them so much. I couldn't find a pattern anywhere, so I just recreated the one that I have. I just counted the stitches, and I make a bunch of these, but I just never finished this one. 72. 73, I ran out of yarn and have been looking for the right color yarn to finish the bottom out of scraps. 74. This is supposed to be, this is supposed to be a whale, and I haven't finished the bottom or put the eyes on. So, whale parts. 74. 75. We have a flamingo. Honestly, I'm gonna be so for real. I wrote down what point, I'm double stranding it, and I wrote down what point I was in the flamingo on a piece of paper, like a loose piece of paper, and I lost the piece of paper. And now I don't know what row I'm on, and I feel really bad unraveling it, but also I don't like working with this fuzzy yarn and doing this flamingo. So 76, I think. 75. This is 76. Oh, this is the Ohana Craft Yeti. I've made one before. I spent a lot of time on him. I loved the one that I made before, and I was actually really sad that I sold it. I wanted to keep it for myself, so I was gonna make this one to keep for myself. And I kind of accidentally sewed his face on sideways, so he made me upset, and I haven't finished his legs. And 77. I think that this is gonna be the Ohana Craft Karobi. I'm on her Patreon. I also wanted to make this to keep for myself, and here we are. I think this is the running theme. I don't make enough things for myself. I think I have stuff under this bin. Oh, there's more under the bin. Okay, so I have a bunch of these BMOs. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. I still have to make their faces and the buttons, but I thought that these would be really cute. It's a free pattern from Instagram. I will look up who it is and insert it here. This is a Jake the Dog pattern from Ravelry 88. This whole thing, it's like fun and dejecting all at the same time. I think we're at 89. So this frog hat's almost done, but I still need to weave in the ends. So actually, let me check the number. Okay, I double checked my numbers. I'm at 88. I'm reorganizing my hats, and then I will get back with you guys. So all of these are my frog hats. Some of these I've started 2 years ago, and some of them I started last week. So we'll just see. I had a really huge problem with being able to match up the color of yarn with what they are because I was really unorganized. I'm trying to get my stuff together, but not great at it. So this is 89. All I have to do is weave the ends in. 90, 91, 92, I lost an eyeball, 93, 94, 95, and 96. I actually made a really good dent on these this week. I made all of the eyeballs and sewed them together. They're all just kind of sitting inside the hat. So that means that I just have to put them on and put the mounts on, which I really don't. I don't like doing that at all. I think 97. Oh crap. What? Can I count? 88. Then I had, this will be 97. I had 12 other bunny hats, but I finished them all a week ago, and I'm really proud of that one. That was 12 that I got through. So 97, I just have to sew one more ear on, and I've been putting it off because I got really tired of it. But isn't it so, this turned out really cute, and I'm very happy with it. Okay, here we have mushroom hats. I haven't worked on these. These are honestly, like, when I used to do markets, these were some of my best sellers, even at like a high price. But part of the problem was I just don't love to make them, but people love to buy them. So I have all of these bases, and I haven't taken the time to just sit down and get after it, because it is, sewing all those little spots on just gets to me. It really does. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. I'm at more than I was when I filmed my last video, so. I actually started 3 hats this week. This is gonna be a chopper hat. I'm probably gonna finish this tonight because I'm really excited about it, and I have an anime event coming up with one of the One Piece voice actors, so I thought that this would sell well. Oh, I lost my number again! I need a piece of paper. This is like, why am I even counting? That was 97. Seven, 98, 99, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. This is gonna, 107. This is gonna be an Anya hat. Also probably gonna finish this tonight and for the same event. 108. This I'm actively working on right now is gonna be a different chopper hat. I'm gonna leave that over there because I don't want it to come unraveled. And now, oh, we're at the final stretch. This is bear hats. These are gonna be pretty easy. I didn't want to start with these when moving through everything. I wanted to start with my bunny hats because they're a little harder to sew. And I wanted to feel like I could push through something. So these are really easy to sew. It's just some little bear ears on a brown hat. And I have a pretty good stack of these. I need to be careful about how I do them because they're all made with different yarn and I don't want that to get mixed up. I've been good about keeping these ones organized. So 108. 109, 110. 111. I think I got them mixed up. I think I have 115. I think. I'll recount. I'll put the right number in at the end, but I do need to organize these and get everything together. I think the moral of the video is that I shouldn't have sat down and looked through these. I'm feeling really embarrassed and really dejected by how many projects I've started and haven't finished. Hopefully posting it and showing people will make me want to actually get through them. But I don't know that that's true. These might go unfinished for forever. I hope it doesn't, but who knows? I hope you guys have a really good day and comment and let me know what you think.
Okay guys, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I did go back and recount all of the WIPs in the video and write it all down. But I lost the sheet of paper that I put all the numbers on, and I did intend to show you guys the correct number. Since I can't do that, I'm just gonna say please like, comment, and subscribe. And I do really appreciate you guys sticking with me all the way through the video, even though it's been essentially rendered useless.